Howdy, howdy, howdy. It's another late night lift night. Today, as in the title, we have a leg day, which that's a pretty good day. I don't have to wake up in the morning, so I don't have to rush this workout at all or nothing, but we're still going to be at it really intensely. Same intensity, maybe just going to be there for a little longer. Probably not, though, because to be honest, as you can kind of hear, your boy's a little sick. And I don't really know. I just got the cold, but I've had this for like a couple days. But this day is worse. But I've been taking Dayquil to make it feel a little better and stuff. But still annoying. But that's no excuse not for us to hit the gym, right? I think there's very minimal excuses for you to skip the gym. One of them being, it's a rest day. Okay, that's an actual thing. I don't think you're really skipping. I think you're just taking a rest day. Two, maybe you got your arm chopped off. But other than that, you can hit the gym, right? And even if you got your arm chopped off, you still got legs, don't you? What are these guys pulled over for? That's a little weird. Should close by. But can't breathe through my nose, so these sets are about to be mouth breathing, which, if you're part of the Max Moggin or Mog Max or whatever, I might have a, I don't even know. I was going to say negative clavicle or whatever, tilt or whatever that stupid crap is. I don't know. But in terms of the lift today, we're going to be hitting one squat kind of pattern. So that whether that be a leg press, hack squat, barbell, kind of Smith machine squats, I don't really know. Right? Mixed with some leg curls for the hammies. And I'm on the edge about calves because my calves are so sore, and I don't know why. So I'm thinking I really wouldn't even get much benefit out of doing them, But we'll see. We'll see. But I'm also going to be doing some sus machine things, which is like, what works your inner thigh. But the only problem with the inner thigh kind of machines here is I need a gym pin, like, super bad, because I can do max stack so easily, and I could do it for like 20 plus reps. So unless I did like 5-second holds like this, just hold it there and then go like, really slow, which I could do that. That wouldn't be a problem. But we'll kind of have to figure that out. But I don't really have much more to say. I'm going to jam out to my music on, and I'll see y'all in a minute.
Alright, so to hit the quads effectively, we're going to be doing a leg press. For this, train as heavy as you can, moderately going around, this 5 to 8 rep range. I did 2 sets, and I kind of have my feet in the kind of like the middle part of the platform, just so I don't have any kind of too much of my ankle kind of raising up. So, but make sure you go slow on the way down, explode on the way up. Now what we're going to be doing is a quad exercise again. The other one hit kind of more glutes also on it, a little bit of everything, but this is more just an isolation movement. So we're just going to be squeezing at the top, going slow on the way down to get a good stretch. We're going to be training around the 4 to 10 rep range, training heavy, and I did 2 sets of this today as well. Now we're going to be isolating the hamstrings. All we're going to be doing is just curling up and going, exploding the way up, and go slow on the way down to get the best stretch. And we're going to be training around the 4 to 10 rep range, going moderately heavy. You don't want to go too heavy because you may get some joint pain when you do that, especially on the way down. But just get a good squeeze at the top. I did 3 sets of this today as well.
What's goody? Just did a little bit of abs at the end with some like leg stuff. Like what I mean by leg stuff is I do like, I don't know if I've been copying a lot of what Andrei Smayev does. Smayev, I always call him Andrei Smayev, but I've heard Andrei Smayev a lot. But I've copied what Andrei Smayev does a lot, and he does like a lot of body weight stuff at the end, because I mean his philosophy about that is mainly just because he works a lot and everything, and he doesn't always know where he's going to be able to train or what he's doing. So he's, incorporated body stuff his whole time lifting, and, he just loves doing it. That's what he started with. And I think that's a great thing, because, I mean, a lot of the stuff that you can do is body weight, right? I mean, obviously the gym gives you more of a variety of, like, different muscle groups you want to hit, like push-ups. You're not going to be able to target 100% your triceps. You're going to be also targeting, basically the gym allows you to isolate those muscle groups more and effectively hit those better, right? But at the end of the day, what was I going to say? Pretty much, you can do any type of workout anywhere. And at the end, all I did was, 3 sets of leg raises, or no, I did 2 sets, sorry. And then 3 sets of ab crunch machine. Very simple, very effective. Don't need much, right? But if I had to do a body weight ab only workout, it would incorporate laying down leg raises, mountain climbers, and planks, and maybe oblique crunches. Super simple and effective. I mean, you could do multiple things. I don't want to go through all the workouts, but like chest, everyone's, I can't work out. I don't have a gym. Dude, push-ups. Like, seriously, it doesn't take Einstein to figure out how you work out. Like, I know that's a blunt way to put it, but, I mean, seriously. You don't need the most scientific, optimal workouts ever. And the most optimal are sometimes so stupid. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be blunt or rude right now, but the SBL, the science-based lifting community, like Elijah Mundy and TNF, those guys are great. But then there's guys, I think, like, I don't know who, but I've seen, they're like the smallest guys in the gym too, and they have like the red band things they put around their arm, and then they connect it to another cable, and then they're doing some stupid thing. And the philosophy for them maybe be, I'm natural, so I want to prioritize the most optimal way of lifting so I can get 0.5% more gains. And sure, that, but you're taking 20 minutes to set up the thing and 20 minutes to get out of it. I think in reality, you're probably better doing barbell bench than the most scientific chest workout ever. Now, that's not to say that I wouldn't incorporate some of those things, like do more pec decks and more flies and stuff, because I would say those are more sciencey than like a basic like I said, barbell bench or something. But I wouldn't go into the whole crazy unicorn type of lifts, unless they're like the Nautilus machines. Those are so good. I mean, there's other multiple machines that you can use for other things, but in terms of my lift today, though, gotta say it was pretty good. My leg veins were popping out. Got a new PR on leg press. Take that, can't complain about that. I didn't get a PR on weight, but I got PR on reps for that weight. So, I'll take that. Get an extra rep. I probably maybe could have done one more, maybe. But the thing about leg press is if you don't have a spotter, that's a scary lift, because sometimes if that comes down, you're fucked. Like, you're fucked. Like, it's not some simple, get out and kind of go. No, it's a, oh shit, I'm dead. No, it's not that bad. But except the one I use, that's actually a dangerous one, because they instead of going like this, it goes, it's not a whatever that motion is. But train as hard as you can, guys. That's always what I preach. I don't care who you are, what you're doing in life. If you're not going hard in the gym, you're not going to progress as much as the guy who trains as hard. Or harder than you, I'm sorry. And that's just in life in general. If a guy is going harder on you, pause. Whoa. If a guy is going harder than you, more likely he's gonna, get more, in life, right? Whether that be financially, in the gym, whatever now that is, There's no secret recipe to life. There's no secret recipe. It's just hard work, dedication, and putting in the time. That's all it is at the end of the day. You're not gonna find some secret thing, right, that's gonna get you to point A to point B in a day. There's no read this book and you're gonna instantly get to your goals, right? There's no potion. I mean, for gym guys, maybe it's steroids, but then, if you just want to get big, I mean, that's cool, but I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna judge anybody for doing anything they want to do, right? And personally, I already think I'm gonna get on them soon, right? But in terms of just, if you don't have the mindset or the want or the anything to really get those goals, and all you want is the end point, right? You're not gonna get whatever you want. Or if you do, are you really gonna feel as happy about it? Because guess what? You didn't work for it. Or, what I'm trying to say is this. Let's say you hate, the most simple example, you hate the destination, or you hate the traveling, but you love the destination, right? Now, granted, this is a car, and I know I don't like driving 4 hours or whatever, but in the points of the gym, let's say this. You could just snap your fingers and get the physique that you loved. Maybe some of you guys will snap your fingers, right? But me personally, it's just, what's it all worth then? If anybody could snap their fingers and get their favorite physique, then what's the reward in that? There's no reward in just getting something as soon as you get it. Because it's not valuable, right? A guy who is gonna work and get those results from his work, it's gonna feel much happier than the guy who just snapped his fingers and got that. It's a guy who maybe photoshops his pictures. It looks great on Instagram, but that's not really him. That's a shell of a person, So, what I'm basically saying is, please put in effort, right? You may hate what you look like right now, but I promise you, you won't eventually. You may dislike it still, right? I don't think anybody is going to 100% love the way they look, right? And I honestly think that you shouldn't love the way you look 100%. Because when you love the way you look 100%, that means you don't really care, right? Because I don't think you think there's any room for improvement, but there's always room for improvement. And that's just with anything in life. I think there's always improvement for everything. In every attribute, in every stat, whatever. You can always improve. The top NBA player that got an MVP, right? He still could have got more points. He still could have got more rebounds, more assists, right? The guy who's 220 pounds lean, he's happy with it, but he knows he can get another 5 pounds of leanness. A little more dry on the skin, a little more muscle density. I'm sorry if my voice is low in this car ride, but I don't want to talk loud or anything because I just don't feel well. But, like I said, there's no excuse for me not to hit this leg day super hard, I mean, I'm a joke if I can't, fully push myself, right? So. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys liked it, comment, subscribe, like for more. And this guy on the same road is still here. I hope whatever you're doing out there, buddy, I hope you're alright. But I hope you have a good rest of your day. Goodbye.